big one here is about the history of the asset. I know that on the details tab there's that history of repairs where we can see all of the repairs against a particular asset. So all of the repairs, you can view that, how many times its screen has been replaced and things like that. So that's an important sort of point to mention. But there's also uh, the rest of the history of the asset, right? Would you mind showing us where we can take a look at, perhaps an example like who's ever owned this particular asset?
Yeah, sure. So right at the top here, so we have history and we can see the complete change history. So any fields which have changed for this asset. And these could be changes which have happened either in Visor, so somebody's logged in and maybe moved the status of the asset or placed notes, or changes which have happened within the Google Admin Console. So you can see those changes as well. But specifically to your point, so I'm going to sort of filter this on the allocated to person, and we can see all the different users. So Eve, Brendan, all the different users who have had this particular device over time, and when the device was allocated to them. So when those timestamps have changed. So this is kind of really, I guess, sort of low level, sort of a field by field level. But there is some reports we can do as well where we can see this information too. So what I'll do is I'll just dive into an example of one of those reports.
And as I mentioned, I think this is a great place to remind anybody listening that you can subscribe to these reports or subscribe people to these reports. So Visor is automatically generating and sending those reports in the format desired to those individual stakeholders or patrons or users, which is great. I think that's a really important one.
Yeah, and a good example of subscribing to a report is the asset changes report. So you can set up a subscription on a Friday. You want to see all the assets which have changed on your network in the last week. So Visor can send this report to you as a PDF direct to your inbox. And you can easily see all the assets which have had a change, and what changes have occurred on that asset. So we can see this asset has changed status, so it's gone into repair stage, changed departments and locations and timestamps when any of those changes occurred. So obviously you can open these reports when you want, set those parameters to refine the data you need, but as you say, set up a report subscription and scheduled as a PDF, sort of direct into your inbox.